Hey everyone, welcome back to Forestry Friday. Again, it's a little bit late this week, and I apologize, but it's here. So, this week, I said we were going to do a processor, and we're going to do a processor. First, we're going to give Bear a little snack. There he is. Good boy. And we're going to show you what's in the shed. Our dash modding shed, pull-through garage, medium pull-through garage. So, we got this Komatsu 951 Tree Harvester. We are going to turn on the help menu. There we go. So, we're going to take this out to the woods. We're going to cut some wood. First things, we're going to open the door. We're going to pull it outside, but we're not going to drive it. We're going to get inside cab view. It looks good inside. They did a very good job detailing this machine. We'll turn on harvester, L1 and square. Oh, R1 and square to start the harvester. Now we're running. We got a little screen there. We're going to pull it out of the garage. And we're just going to pull it over here in front of the large pull-through shed garage. And we're going to go to door number 3. And we're going to see our Dark Forest Hulk with the Fligo. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm not going to try to say it right again. Figo, I guess. Figo 350J low loader, which is actually a very impressive low loader, which we will see for this reason right here. It's great for using it for forestry equipment and other large equipment, because when you have it on, if you hold L1 and push X and unfold, and then L1 and left on the D-pad, open cover, you will see that these all come out of it, and the little planks in the front go to the sides and widen it right out, which makes it awesome because it actually fits on. Now the only problem with it I find is that it doesn't have any straps. The trailer's not strappable, so that's unfortunate. But I find most of the time, as long as you go sensibly slow, drive sensibly, you're okay. Now, you try to line it up, of course, centered. So those two blue lines that you see running, you want to try and make sure you get the same amount of tire on each blue line. Just like that. Pretty close to that. Now, we're a little sideways. There we go. There we go. Got our backside centered in the front there. There we go. We're pretty good there. Now we'll set our head with L1 and R1 in the right stick. We will bring up our arm, place the head at the back of the trailer, and kill the motor. We'll hop back in our truck and take this to where we're gonna cut some wood with this processor. So we have to fold the load loader back up, so L1 and X again, and now we can go. So we're gonna take this tree harvester this way through Dark Forest by Mr. T-Bone and the Shanty Boys. We do have some flashy lights on this trailer. L1 and up, turn on those flashy lights, warning lights. So last week, I think it was, or the week before, we started off the episode down here with some new property that we were going to look at harvesting some trees off of, and we decided to go ahead with this. So we built a landing here. So now this is going to be where we'll be testing a few of the different harvesters and forwarders and clam bunks and future machines on Dark Forest, as well as up the other path that we were on as well, with the wheel loader a couple weeks ago. So again, start the machine, and we just unload her right here. Now we're gonna go cutting up this little trail. Now, we have to turn on harvester, which is L1 square, which turns on the processor head. Now, L1 and right stick, do your up and down at your shoulder and turn the cab. I'm gonna get on the other side of the machine here, I think. Now, R1 and the right stick, bend at the elbow and do the telescopic. And then L1 and R1 and right stick, turn your head and close your grapples. I don't know if many people know this, but some of the a lot of the modded tree harvesters, you can actually control these grapples. And with L1 and R1 and the left stick, you can actually turn the head to be on the side, so that when you go to process, you can actually process trees with this and not just harvest them. So harvesting them consists of this. We find the tree we want, we reach out, go as close to the ground as we can get. We have an in-cab view, as we already saw, and then we have a crane view. I think there's two, yes, so one for each side of the crane, which is okay. I don't mind this. You get the processor head as close. I want to get a better shot of this. So you drive in, make sure that you I like to keep my arm as short as possible, and then whichever way you want the tree to fall, you want the head on the opposite side. So I want the tree to fall towards the camera. So now with L1, you can see in the help menu it says cut with X, so it's L1 and X cuts. And now the tree should fall. Just like that. Now, in here you can see in the help menu that it says change cut length with triangle. Right now cut length is set at 1 meter. So that'll literally cut off a 1 meter piece if I hit cut again. Just a little block. If I hit that and hit change 2, it'll give me a 2 meter block. 3, and so on and so forth. You can go all the way to 8 meters with this processor. So this is an 8 meter log. Now we'll do a, say, 5 meter log. See? And then we end up with pieces like that. Now, efficiency we'll go with. I like cutting at 6 meters. We're going to cut at 6 meters because that's what next week we're going to cut a few here for our forwarder for next week. So, I'm going to do this again. Alright, we're going to do it in cab view. Oh. So, L1 and R1. Until you get in, and R1 and L right stick, R1 right stick, L1 right stick till you get into where it says cut. on your menu, and then hit cut. Lift up, and the tree should fall. Once the tree falls, you hit X again, and it'll cut a 6-meter log because that's what we have selected. If you look down on the screen here, if you're in cab view, you can actually see that it changes with this help menu. Just like in real life, that's your screen does the same in the machine in real life. So we'll set it at 6. And then that number tells us see what length we're going to process at. Now I'm going to reach out and grab this guy, and I want him to fall. There's one other thing you can do here when you're harvesting. If you want the tree to fall fast, when you cut it, you can hold L1 and R1 and use the left stick to force the tree down. And that's what that'll do. Oh, I did not want to hit the other pile, but we're going to cut a couple piles of 6-meter, and that will be what we'll use for next week's video. So this is actually, now once you get to these pieces, like this, myself, I just turn, and I'll make a little collective pile. That's what this is going to be. And you just process it into the pile. That'll go for wood chips. Now you want to make sure that with R1 and L1 in the left stick, you bring your processing head back up. So I'm also going to show you that as well. I'm going to cut this tree down with the chainsaw and then process it with that head. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so now say you're running a skidder operation where you were cutting trees down with a feller buncher or a chainsaw or whatnot, and then you come along and you skid them out to a landing like we built down below. You could sit one of these in the landing and use it like this to process your stuff, to process all your logs. So you want the saw end on the end you want to have cut, and now you can do it one of 2 ways. You can get it when it says cut, like it says now, or you can actually reach down and grab it and pick it up yourself and cut, and then it'll start 6 meters. See? So everyone, that is the Komatsu 951. It also has a 360 degree rotation, which is awesome. It rotates 360 degrees, processes in every direction. It is quite the processing machine. One of my personal favorites, honestly. I do quite honestly prefer the Komatsu equipment that's in game and modded. I am a big fan of them. They do seem to work quite well. So everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this week's Forestry Friday with our finally probably showing you guys the Komatsu 951 processor, tree harvester, and processor. Next week we will show you its matching work partner, in one of the modded forwarders. I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you again next Forestry Friday.